Hey everyone, Mufasi here. If you like this clip, please consider liking, subscribing, hitting that bell icon. This is a clip from our full episode, so if you enjoy that, you can watch here on YouTube or check it out on Spotify. Enjoy the video, subscribe, goodbye.
As far as like Rampage and Collision go, I mean, the only like high points I can really think of, like it wasn't even like the storylines were bad. It was just like the big storylines weren't really covered.
Right.
Honestly, it was a great week for like new talent to go over, because we like thinking about the Outrunners got their little moment at the end of Collision, which I thought was great with FTR. And I remember reading a funny little thing that said like FTR is what people think 80s wrestlers were like.
Yeah,
and the Outrunners are actually what 80s wrestlers were like. And their whole like video package with the VHS tape.
I love that.
Really
and
cool.
the gym. Do you have a membership? We don't need one.
Yep. And the fucking handshake is great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how they didn't tap into this earlier, because they've been around for a bit. But like them, and then Queen Aminata, which I don't know if you know too much about her, but she's been in like Ring of Honor for a bit, and it was cool to see her get a W on like a television program, and it looks like she's got something with Serena Deeb that's about to happen, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, a little feud there.
Big ups to Robin Renegade, because she's been working a lot too. In like Rampage, she was against Camille. I think she was on Dynamite too last week. They've just kind of been feeding her to people, but like it's all good.
She's getting TV time.
So like I think it was a great week for newer talent that we don't know as much about to kind of get their reps in and be featured a little more, because honestly the big stars, like I think the biggest story on Collision was Wheeler Yuta. And like kind of like the uncertainty of like where his head's at. He had a really good backstage segment after his match, and you can tell he's just like so fucked up over the whole thing.
Yeah, he is.
And then other than that, you've got the promoing on commentary from Nigel about his match with Bryan Danielson.
That shit was so good.
It was so good, but I was just like so iffy about it, because Tony Schiavone's like, yeah, the match that's gonna happen if Bryan Danielson shows up and we haven't seen him.
Well, I liked the video package that he made though. He it was very one-sided, and he was like, 16 years ago I beat the shit out of Bryan Danielson. No one's ever come close, to me doing that. And all it showed was clips of him like beating Bryan, which was so good.
I love it.
But I like how with this little summary that Nigel gave, I think it does a little bit for the storytelling, where like now you don't have to assume that people know about the feud that they had, because now they just gave the audience the spark notes.
Yeah, for the people that like didn't know.
Through a very one-sided Nigel way, but they gave him the spark notes, and it's not like, oh, why is it, who cares about Nigel wrestling Bryan,
I suppose too it like kind of prompts people to go like seek out matches to see like how they actually went,
Yeah.
So yeah, there are some upsides to it for sure, but I'd say like Danielson and Yuta and Nigel were like the big points. And other than that, I mean, even like Mariah May had a match where she had commentary. She's gonna have Yuka Sakazaki, who was around for a bit and then she got injured, so now she's back and she's the next challenger, I guess. But like even that, I was just kind of like,
whatever. Yeah, it's just I feel like they're starting a lot of builds for all the next stuff after this lull. after both the pay-per-views, which is totally fine because, they essentially just summed up a ton of stories at both All In and All Out, so totally okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to think of what else. Oh, Christopher Daniels, like...
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
On
that
Rampage,
was
on Rampage, there was a segment literally out of nowhere. It cuts him in and he goes, Jack Perry, I'm mad. You're just running amok around here and you think you're all that. So you know what? You're going to face me for the TNT Championship tomorrow on Collision. And then that's exactly what happens. And it's kind of a quick match, and Jack Perry retains. I'm like...
quite random.
Very strange.
I thought he was an EVP. Like, look, I guess we're not strangers to the EVPs fighting by any means, but, he's kind of like a good EVP, right? He's supposed to be a good EVP, so he's like, you're gonna put that title on the line and against me, and I fight like once every 3 months and
it's like, what?
Get my ass handed to me.
Yeah, I feel like the face thing to do here would be you're gonna put that title on the line against this person, not me.
Not me, because I'm very clearly, like, let's be honest. Chris Daniels doesn't wrestle as much anymore. He's very clearly like gonna, I would say, be on his way out soon. Because whenever he wrestles, it's just to put someone else over, which is great. But yeah, I feel like it would have made more sense, even if it was a random person from the roster. Again, a random person from the roster getting a title shot.
Right.
But it makes more sense than Christopher Daniels, who, I don't know. It is very strange.
Yeah, it was an odd weekend.